Hey everyone, my name's the Beta Cat, and here we have Ryan,
Hey guys.
also known as Static P. But we're back with another episode of Don't Worry Wednesdays, and this time we only have one topic, which was left for Ryan on his channel via private message. So Ryan, go ahead and tell us what the topic is.
Sure. This person asked not to have their name revealed, which is perfectly fine. So I'm just going to read it. This person says, first of all, I have ADHD and I have also been diagnosed with depression and anxiety. I'm not trying to brag, but people always say I'm extra smart, and it seems to be true based on grades and such. I was even able to skip most of high school and go straight to college with average grades. But because of it, people always seem to have high expectations for me. The thing is, I'm not a very hard worker, and I get easily irritated when I cannot understand something because of this. Because of this, I'm always worried about what people think about me and how they judge me 24/7. And now I'm very afraid of making stupid mistakes and embarrassing myself everywhere I go, and have almost no confidence in myself or anything I do. Even while typing this, I'm thinking, I don't want to bother Static with this message and waste his time. And that's it. So, Derek, what do you think about this?
So, before we hop into this video, we actually did a lot of thinking about this, because the big thing here that stands out the most is that this individual was able to skip grades due to his excellent knowledge. But I think that's where the problem lies, not in him excelling in knowledge and having all the information. That's actually really good. That means he learns things quickly and so on. She, sorry. But this part in particular, I was able to skip most of high school and go straight to college. What happened there is that this person missed out on a lot of life experiences that could have happened in high school, which you learn a lot, social stuff, mannerisms, life experiences, bad experiences. Good or bad is always good experience. But the takeaway here is that this person missed out on a lot of things that could have happened in high school, which is, your teenage years, which is very important when growing up, and went straight into college, which is full of young adults. So think about it for a second. You're taking a young child, not sure how old this person is, but I'm going to go ahead with teenage years, and you're putting them into an adult setting where these people have experienced a lot of things so far. Still not as much as your average adult, but enough that they kind of understand what's appropriate, what is not, what is common courtesy, what is not. And I think that's where this person starts to feel sort of alienated, because here saying that they're afraid to make mistakes and embarrass themselves where they go. They have high expectations from their parents. They always got good grades. So it's been put onto this person via subconsciously or consciously that a lot of things are expected from this person because they did so well in school that, hey, you know what? You need to be doing good all the time. And I think what this did was kind of dug a little hole inside this person's mentality, making them fear that failing is not an option. Never, ever. Which, that's okay to feel that way. But in this sense where we're taking, again, a young individual and putting them in an adult setting where they have not enough time to experience things beforehand, can be very bad. This person is embarrassed and afraid to make these mistakes. But the thing is, when you're growing up, those happen anyway, and you learn from them, which is totally fine. That's how life experience works. But this person's in this setting where they're kind of pressured not to do things that way. It could be intentionally, it could be not. But the point is, this person now feels that they cannot do that. But I want you to know, or Ryan and myself want you to know, that it's okay. If you mess up one test, that's okay. That's a learning experience. If you meet someone and you don't know how to talk to them, that's okay. You may have I don't want to say missed that chance, even though it is a thing that's relevant to this. if you see someone at the school cafeteria, maybe they're reading a comic book that you're interested or have interest in, maybe go over there and say hello. I know that might be a big leap, but you got to teach yourself kind of confrontation with another person. If someone may perhaps have left something behind, even if you don't know that person, grab it, run a couple of feet and say, hey, you forgot this. I know to a lot of people this may be like, that's common courtesy, Derek. Like, that's not really anything spectacular. But the thing is, that's the norm for us because we had the ability to experience that stuff. This person didn't really have it. Not to say that I'm totally talking like out of nowhere, and this person probably did experience that stuff, but just taking high school into college right away, you learn a lot of things in your younger years in school because you're surrounded by your peers for almost 7 hours a day, depending on electives and all that nonsense. But I would suggest, if you can, not saying go out tomorrow and become a superhero, take little steps, talk to someone next to you. Maybe try to friend someone. Don't try to friend someone, be their friend. But pull yourself out of this zone where you are forced to do everything correctly. Because that's where I think all this stigma is coming from, is that you feel forced to do everything right. But I want you to know, and not trying to put a hamper on your day, but there's gonna be obstacles in the way, and that's totally fine. You get over that obstacle, you learn something new. What do you do with that information? You apply it to the next. Maybe a couple obstacles down the road, you hit another one that you can't pass. But what do? You get over it. And you take that information and you carry it on. You just keep moving forward. Don't be afraid to fail, because it's totally okay. Failure is more of a lesson that you haven't learned yet. So, fail, learn from it, and move forward. And that's all I got for that.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I remember hearing someone saying something along the lines of just get out there and make a mess of everything. It's okay if you fail because you are going to accomplish so much more by failing than you will be by worrying about failure. Rather. So yeah, absolutely. That was beautiful. The only thing that I have to add is actually on the part where you started off, you said, I have ADHD. I was actually diagnosed with ADD when I was young, like, 10 or something, maybe younger. And eventually they got rid of the term ADD and they said everybody has ADHD that had ADD before. So I guess by technicality, I have ADHD as well. So I remember being in my younger years looking at this, and it was a type of like a disorder or something. But eventually I came to terms with it and said, this is not a disorder. It's actually the thing in my personality that helps me the most, almost. And so I've grown to be very thankful that I have ADHD. And that is because of this. I have found that while my attention, my ability to focus on specific things might not be as good as the normal person when it comes to things that I do not enjoy or I'm not already good at or that sort of thing, or I'm not inclined to strive for, I might lose focus fast and might get frustrated with it or something and just decide not to do it. Kind of like you were saying about how when you don't understand something, you get irritated quickly. I was the same way with me. But I have found that the ADHD has helped me excel in that I am hyper-focused on the things that I enjoy. For example, I can work on music for 10 hours straight, 16 hours, it doesn't really matter, until I get it done and it doesn't bother me how long I worked on it. I can stay focused on it the entire time, practically. And while most average people can do about 3 hours and then they have to take a break and they're like, oh, let's go do something for a while, let's get out of here and do something because it's kind of trying at my nerves or whatever. But for me, when I get focused on something, it's like hyper focus. I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but everybody that I've talked to that has ADHD has kind of also said, yeah, that is the same with me. So the thing I would take away from that is, if you find something you're good at that you actually really enjoy, I would say, try to maybe find a way to use that to maybe make a living or something like that. Kind of an intense statement to say it like that, because I obviously don't know what's best for your future. But I know that for me, because I have this, it allows me to do music so much better. And so you might be able to take away ADHD and see it as a positive as opposed to a negative in that concept. And so, yeah, that's all I had to say on it.
Ryan makes a lot of good points, And again, just do your best. Not to say once again to go out there and just ram it in the face, but take your time. And with Ryan saying that, find that thing that you're really good at and you enjoy, that will help you a lot. Confidence boost, ability to stay focused on something creative, maybe. But all in all, you'll be all right. And we know that you'll be all right. It'll take time, but you'll be good. Like dear friend, he or she. So, we actually have some important news regarding the series, and I'll let Ryan take the lead on this.
All right. So right now we haven't gotten many comments. This is why we're only doing one comment this video, because we only really got one. So it would be greatly appreciated if we could get more people requesting, help, or posting their issues or problems. Don't be scared to post anything, because otherwise the series will have to end. And I noticed that a lot of you are really enjoying this series. Well, both me and Derek have noticed that, and that means that you're growing from it and you're learning from it. So even if it's something simple or you don't think that we could touch on it, something is something to us. So if we don't have anything to go off of, we can't really continue working on this series. So yeah, anything to add to that?
I think what the biggest part here is that maybe a lot of you are scared to comment due to you being afraid that we won't answer it, or maybe you're just afraid saying, oh, these guys can't help. And the advice we give, it is not 100% absolute. It is based on our own experience, on knowledge we have gained through the years, and by no means are we correct. We do strive to do our best to offer you what we can and hopefully make your situation a little better. But, if there's anything that's bothering you, big or small, leave a comment, let us know, or send us a message privately. We know that especially it's hard to say out in a public space where everyone can see it. So we are totally fine with you sending us private messages. We won't say your name, just as we did with this topic. But you guys are really enjoying it, and we're happy that we can help you. But if we don't have anything to talk about, then we can't keep the series going. So, right. We know you guys are benefiting, and we want to keep helping you guys, and hopefully you guys can help others around you. It's just about spreading positivity and making the world smiles more. I don't know what that means.
I'm doing it right now. It's exactly what I just did. Yeah. Also, I'm going to be gone next week, so there will not be a Don't Worry Wednesday. However, whatever you post in these videos, if we get enough comments, if we don't get any, we can't do anything with it, But if you leave your comments below, and we have something to work off of, then not next week, but following week we will be doing them. So hope to see you there.
And before we wrap up this episode, it's my turn to do the joke. But before we do the joke, actually, I just want to tell you a really quick story. So I was with my girlfriend the other day, and we were going hiking, out here, I live in LA, Griffith Park, all that. So we're hiking and we see a bear just come out of the forest out of nowhere. So my girlfriend's like, Derek, look, there's a bear. And I was like, oh, cool. Wait a second. She looks real angry. Little did we know, her cubs were in the same area. And that's already a bad sign because bears have a wide territory. Like, if you step within a mile of them, like, that's no good. But she was in super mom mode. So she's looking at us and she starts charging at us. So my girlfriend's freaking out, I'm freaking out. But luckily for me, I carry my pistol around, just a 9mm, nothing extravagant. So yeah, you can probably guess what I had to do. Shot my girlfriend in the leg, and it was enough time for me to get away. So it was great.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah. Oh, I'm here.
Yeah, well, you know, when situations get serious, you just got to make a, tough call fast.
Yeah. And in that situation, I felt like it was the right thing to do. I could have shot the bear, but that bear was coming like a steam train. And
plus, I mean, a pistol's not gonna stop a bear if it's coming for you. It's just gonna keep on running through that bullet,
And
it's
if
not
I
like
remember
in the movies where they
correct,
fly back 10 feet.
if I remember correctly, she kind of like looked at me in the eyes and told me to like do it. And
wait. I'm sorry. Hold up. The bear mom looked at you in the eyes.
No, the
girlfriend.
The girlfriend looked at me in the eyes. She's all like, and she just gave me that look like, do it. So I did it. I'm pretty sure the look probably could have meant like we should run, but I think that's what she meant. So
yeah, I think you probably judged correctly. I don't think anyone would look at you and say run at that point. I think they would have already forfeited.
Mm-hmm. I mean, anyone would have done the same thing. The bear could have shot her cub if I was charging at her.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. Because the bear wants to survive. So take my baby, you can have it.
Yeah, just like take my baby, you can have it.
Baby used in the other sense. Smooth. Nice.
Anyway, it's just a prank.
Yeah, just a prank. I didn't see her for a while. Actually, I still haven't seen her. But yeah, it was just a prank.
It's been like 5 years. She might still be mad at me. Who knows?
Who knows?
I mean, like I saw like missing posters, but I thought she was just trying to get back at me.
Yeah, that's probably a prank. It's a reverse prank. She was trying to get you to look for her. That she was gonna jump out at you and scare you. Yeah, we've all fallen for that one before.
This is why I don't have a girlfriend, and probably other reasons.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, okay, you can close it out.
Okay. Thanks. See ya.
Thank you all for watching. Once again, please leave your comments and suggestions for the next episode that will appear not next week, but the week after. And if we don't have enough, then we're going to have to wait until we do. So, yeah.
Right.
Thank you all for watching. We appreciate your involvement. My name is BetaCat. This is Ryan.
Hi.
Bye.
Hello. Hi. Hello. Welcome. See you later. Yep. That's just what happened.